Thank you and welcome to the 2024 Johnson County Health Summit. For those of you who I did not get a chance to say hello to or meet when you were coming in, my name is Charlie Hunt and I serve as Director of the Johnson County Department of Health and Environment. We are thrilled that you're here today and that you've chosen to spend your day with us. And so it's an honor to be with you. First, I would like to thank our sponsors for today's event, the Reach Healthcare Foundation and the Health Forward Foundation. We are very fortunate to have these two wonderful organizations in the region, serving the community, helping to make things better, and their support is very much appreciated. I'd also like to recognize elected officials that we have with us today. I think I saw Commissioner Jeff Myers from the 2nd District and Vice Chair. Of course, the Board of County Commissioners also serves as our Board of Health, so it's very important to have them here today. I did not see anyone else come in. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anyone. Okay, fantastic. I also want to recognize the support and the engagement of the Public Health Leadership Council, many of whom are in attendance today. The Public Health Leadership Council was formed back in 2022 with the goal of helping to move health forward in Johnson County. And the council has been meeting about every month or two, helping us with thinking through health issues, helping to make bridges into the community, helping to create a culture of health. They provide a lot of feedback and support as we were planning our community health assessment and in planning for the event today. So we appreciate their perspective, and their input has been invaluable to us. We're also joined today by several members of the Community Health Assessment Local Council, which is a new partnership that was formed to help us with engagement in the community as we conduct our community health assessment. And we're going to be talking a lot about our community health assessment today, but their perspectives and their insights have enriched our understanding of issues affecting the community. And so again, we appreciate their perspective and their willingness to collaborate with us. And I also want to express my heartfelt appreciation for the staff of the Department of Health and Environment that are here. There was a lot of work to go into putting the event together today. In particular, I'd like to thank Valerie Carson, who you'll be hearing from shortly. Valerie is our Population Health and Health Equity Program Manager. She's really been behind leading our efforts to conduct the community health assessment and as we're leading into our community health improvement process. And you'll be hearing more from Valerie in just a little bit. Other key staff members that have been involved include Barbara Mitchell, Elizabeth Lawler, Ashley Follett, Danielle Rothler, and Jackson Ward. And then we have a lot of other staff members here, not only from our department, but also I want to say thanks to our Department of Technology and Innovation, which has helped with all the logistics and getting the computers and so forth set up. So very much appreciated. We also have an entire team behind the work that's been leading up to today as we've done our community health assessment. You have booklets in front of you that I'll talk about in just a little bit, but there's a full listing of all the staff members that have been involved. So thank you to them. None of this work would be possible without their support and their dedication and passion for the work that we're doing. So before we get into the program for the day, I want to take care of just a little bit of housekeeping. First, restrooms. As you came in, restrooms are behind that magnetic wall in the back. So if you go down the stairs and just around that wall, restrooms there. If for some reason we need to evacuate the building, if there's a fire or something, you go down the steps and there are exits on both sides. You will see from the event today, the agenda, that we have a very packed day. We'll have a morning break that's built in, and we'll have a full hour for lunch. But please feel free to get up and get some refreshments and stretch your legs if you need to. We're going to be working hard today, but we want everyone to feel energized and comfortable. So please take the time that you need to do that. I also wanted to say just very briefly a little bit about the lunch and refreshments that we have for you today. The selections that we've made were done in keeping in mind our food and beverage guidelines for the Department of Health and Environment. We actually are working on a process to develop healthy and sustainable food guidelines for the county, and we're trying to stay with that. Again, there's more information in your booklets on the details of that, so we hope that you enjoy the selections for today. All right, so we have two primary goals for the day today. The first is we want to create a shared understanding of the health and well-being of our community. So we're going to explore what we've learned over the last year or so as we've conducted the community health assessment. And I'll just note that this work again would not have been possible without the participation and engagement of many of you in the room today. And so we appreciate your perspectives. But the second goal is to kick off our community health improvement plan process. And again, in a few minutes, I'm going to turn things over to Valerie, who's going to discuss the CHA and the CHIP process in detail. But first, I want to provide just a little bit of context and maybe some of the big picture. So for many years, and in fact, decades, our department has been engaged in work that we now know as Public Health 3.0. And this work really comes from the understanding that most of what influences our health happens outside of the traditional clinical healthcare setting. It's work in the community. You know, in the US, we spend a lot of money on healthcare. And in fact, we spend far more money per capita than any other country. And then you can see from the slide here, we're way over on the left-hand side compared to other countries. But that spending, particularly the way that we spend those dollars, has not necessarily brought us better health compared to other countries. Life expectancy at birth in the US in 2019 was 2.1 years lower than other countries, the 38 other countries in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. And over the past 50 years, gains in life expectancy in the US have trailed far behind other countries. And in fact, the US has experienced declines in life expectancy in recent years, which has been driven by deaths due to suicide, drug overdoses, and heavy alcohol consumption. And the US experienced a much larger decline during COVID-19 than other countries have been, than other countries had experienced. So what do we do about it? How can we make things better? So first, we need to truly understand the health and well-being of our community and what factors help or hinder health in our community. And this is important because even though Johnson County may be experiencing the same kinds of health problems that we see in other communities, the specific and unique aspects of what is happening here in Johnson County are the things that we need to understand, because it's only through that we can work to create interventions or work to solve those problems. And so that's the basic premise of conducting a community health assessment. It's understanding specifically how health is affecting our community here. And then second, we as a community need to determine our priorities, and we need to develop strategies that will work in our community to make things better. So this is our community health improvement process. And it's important to stress that this plan is not the Department of Health and Environment's plan. This is a plan for the community by the community. And that's why you all are here today, is to help us with this, kick things off with this. No one organization can do this work alone. It's too big, it's too complex. It takes all of us working together for collective impact and focusing on upstream factors, those factors that are beyond individual behaviors. I've often used the example of promotion of physical activity. We know that that's an important factor in promoting health. But if you live in a neighborhood that does not have good sidewalks, does not have good lighting, where the park down the street is in disrepair or is hard to get to, then it makes that choice of going out and getting physical activity difficult. It's those upstream factors that we need to work on. We need to create an environment in which everyone can be healthy and everyone can make the choice to practice healthy behaviors. So that is the work of Public Health 3.0 that we will be talking about today. So today we're going to be kicking things off for our work over the next several weeks and months. Throughout 2024, we are going to be setting priorities and goals for our 2025 through 2029 Community Health Improvement Plan. And as our work progresses, we'll be updating our CHA and CHIP dashboard. So if you go to healthhappensherejoco.com, this is where we have our existing community health assessment and community health improvement plan is available there. And we'll be updating that with the results of our most recent assessment and as we continue to work on developing the community health improvement plan. So be sure to check back that slide often. And I mentioned the workbook that you all have in front of you. These have some key information, key results from our community health assessment. So there's plenty of a space for you to jot down some thoughts or ideas. So really these workbooks are for your use. So as we go through the day today, jot down some thoughts, jot down some ideas, take them home with you. And as you process some of what you've heard today and what you've learned, feel free to use those books as you see fit. We want them to be useful for you. And finally, I just want to mention that, again, we're going to be talking about really important factors that influence health. And some of these factors, some of these issues might be difficult or distressing. So we just want you to take the time that you need if you want to take a break and focus on yourself for a little while, and then rejoin the conversation when you're ready. Please feel free to do that.